This is the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney with a quick check on what's going on. So here's my man to get into it.
Thank you for tuning in. You know, this week is supposed to be full of neck muscle strains from looking up. We had a new moon Monday night and a Tuesday, so the Orionid meteor shower, visible to those of us with clear skies at least. Two rare comets also streaking across the horizon. Comet Lemon in the northwest and Comet Swan in the southwest. Binoculars will help spot those. And the Northern Lights may brighten the skies over Canada and some northern U.S. states this week. Folks usually have to go to Iceland or Norway to see that.
My favorite stories of the day.
Yeah, let's get to these because somebody in Central California thought they could hand draw a license plate, put it on the car's rear spot where plates go, and there would be a chance nobody would notice. It's a news story, so obviously they thought wrong. ABC7 in Los Angeles ran this story last week on how State Highway Patrol posted a picture on social media of the artist's work, which was actually pretty good, to be honest, if not taking a close look. But, you know, officers actually do tend to look at our plates and pulled over the driver, who they say told them they lost the original. So California Highway Patrol social media manager wrote a reminder that the Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, does replace license plates. $27, the listed price on DMV's website. But getting caught riding dirty with an artist's rendition of plates, yeah, that'll run you $197. For that ticket, even Picasso could do the math and figure it wouldn't be worth his time. Well, a Picasso license plate, yeah, that might be a little trippy and colorful, but you get the point. Just pay $27 for a new one. You know, there are times when a news story will include a fact or two that'll make one assume drugs and or alcohol had something to do with whatever led to this being a story. And WFLA, News Channel 8 in Florida, had one for sure. Posted this one last Wednesday of a butt-naked guy caught on several home surveillance videos in a Pinellas Park neighborhood, jumping fences butt naked, walking through people's yards butt naked, ringing people's doorbells butt naked. A homeowner told WFLA some pasty-skinned dude was just standing there when he opened the door. Now, I was more alarmed by the guy admitting he opened the door when a butt-naked dude was the one outside ringing the doorbell. And not sure what the neighbor did or said, but he said Mr. Barrettall threw a pot of plants through his truck's window and tore the lights off the front of his house, which leads right back to my lead sentence into the story. Because one would think history has been clear. Some butt-naked dude flapping around in people's yards, tearing up stuff. Yeah, drugs and or alcohol, one would think. But this is why one would never assume in the news business. Oh, he was only charged with burglary, criminal mischief, and lewd behavior. Yeah, being caught nude, not necessarily lewd, legally speaking, but being accused of touching oneself in a sexual way while naked, yeah, that'll do it. And that's what another neighbor said he did, along with grabbing an axe from his shed, taking it to his porch, not using it, but instead used a wood pile to climb over a 6-foot fence and grab a bottle of beer and a can of soda and down them both. All later spotted on video. That homeowner told WFLA the naked guy is lucky he was only arrested, saying, "We're all Second Amendment people here in Pinellas Park. We'll shoot you." Gas station convenience stores, not known for paying workers six-figure salaries, which may explain why a Marathon Food Center clerk in Polkton, North Carolina, bought a $5 scratch-off ticket while on break. And by the time she clocked back in, she had six figures coming to her. She showed up last Wednesday to the North Carolina Education Lottery headquarters, filled out a few tax forms, and left with over $140,000 from the $200,000 prize she hit. And the grandmother told the lottery officials she plans on sharing it with her family. Said she has 15 grandkids, and Christmas is coming. Don't look now. That six-figure payout may be a four-figure balance after the holidays. Cheap gifts. Make them earn it, Grandma. Back in a moment, but before the break, a word from the Jams podcast.
Blazing the best hip-hop, R&B, reggae, soca.
You can get the Jams podcast mix on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and Deezer. Download the podcast for free.
It's Jams Hour Mix with Greg H. And now, a moment of peace.
Party over. Grab that mic and recorder. Let's go. Simba, it is all yours, buddy. Let's get the hell out of here. Got me messing with these cats.
Thank you for this moment of calmness, brought to you by the ASMR Network.
And now for the world around us.
By now, a lot of us have probably heard about the Mission Impossible Ocean's 12 Italian job movie plotlines carried out at the Louvre Sunday in Paris, where a crew of 4 dressed up and pretended to be construction or maintenance workers used a basket lift parked outside the museum's Apollo wing that houses the French crown jewels, got in through a second-floor window, and in 7 minutes got past all the high-tech security around 2 display cases, took 9 pieces that came from Napoleon, his wife, and successors, and then bounced, left the museum in so much of a hurry they dropped a gold crown dating back to the 1800s, but got away on motorcycles, nobody hurt. And it happened around 9:30 local time Sunday morning, so the museum was open. And people were there in the halls and outside where they dropped the Empress's crown while running out. That had to be a weird moment if somebody walking up saw this crown on the ground as security ran after the bandits. Now, investigators say the crew obviously knew what they were doing to get in and out like that. And after all the movie plots of thieves breaking into museums, and there is even one titled Mystery at the Louvre Museum from 8 years ago, one would imagine security and police have at least practiced responding to a professional team of robbers, but hey, the very nature of responding means they started from behind, so they're on it, investigating. But one art recovery expert told CNN any crew smart enough to carry out this heist would likely be smart enough to dismantle the pieces, sell the jewels, and melt down the silver and gold because the pieces are too recognizable and hot. And speaking of thieves and Hollywood-level acting, in Italy, news site Pravda is among outlets reporting a 70-year-old guy is accused of acting like he was blind for about 50 years to collect disability pension payments that have added up to about $1 million. Pravda cited local Italian paper La Union Sarda with reporting he was caught when financial police started double-checking numbers, comparing tax figures to social services info, and started following the 70-year-old. And investigators say they saw him tending to his garden outside with shears, trimming the plants without trimming fingertips, walking safely around town with no help, picking fruit at a local market as if looking at them while feeling and paying in cash, saying he slowly took bills from his wallet as if making sure to grab the right amount. The public prosecutor's office added all that up, then charged the man with fraud, stopped this pension, and now trying to get the 70-year-old to pay back the almost $1 million. It would take an entire newscast to say this New Zealand guy's full name. Now, at this point in writing the cast, just for the fun of it, I ran a word count. 1,773 words written to this point, but Lawrence Gregory Watkins' full name is 2,253 words long. His birth certificate is 6 pages. He taped the pages and held them up for the folks at the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, because his is now reclassified. Well, it was the longest Christian name approved in 1992, but now in the book as the world's longest personal name, which is not the one his mama gave him, by the way. But Lawrence Gregory Watkins told Guinness he was obsessed as a kid with Ripley's Believe It or Not, would watch that old TV show. So the now 60-year-old figured this would be his way of standing out. Believe it or not. The retiree now lives in Australia, but before leaving New Zealand, boy, did he take them through it. He paid a typist there about $230 to get his entire name on paper. And New Zealand site One News is reporting Watkins was 24 when he first got it approved. That took some doing. And then, like folks with tattoos, he added more a couple of years later to get the record. They say it took his bride 20 minutes to recite his full name at their wedding. Back in a moment.
Tetrahydrocannabinol will relax your nerves. Turn those sounds out of her mouth into a soothing stream of gentle assurances and appreciation. Side effects include munchies, laziness, and inability to make it off the couch. Ask your doctor about It's just cannabis spelled backwards. Wow.
Oh my God, baby, thanks.
If you want to tone those muscles up for the beach or poolside, have I got the goods for you.
I was just gonna buy a workout kit.
The Workout Kit. 2 durable, super strong bands guaranteed not to break.
Wait, is this it?
2 balls.
What's up with what's going down, though?
Tuesday marks the end of this year's Diwali, the 2-day annual Hindu festival of lights, which itself is celebrated over 2 days, but it's 5 days of celebrating in all. It started Saturday with what they call Dhanteras, a day to basically clean up the house and buy gold and silver, and ends Thursday afternoon with what's called Bhai Dooj, a day to honor the bond between brothers and sisters. Now, the festival is all about love and happiness and joy. And Hindus and Indians have some jams, too, to celebrate Diwali, which is a holiday where folks decorate their homes, go shopping, and go out to eat, like American holidays. Even celebrations like Halloween, buying stuff, eating stuff, decorating stuff, all fun stuff.
If you're crossing the street and you get hit by a speeding pickle truck,
you're covered.
Say your dog confuses you with a burglar. Whether you need just a few stitches or expensive plastic surgery,
you're covered.
Gonna marry my sweet mother-in-law. I know it's wrong, but I gotta creep. Her dirty dog daughter, always in the street.
I like the way she called me Big Slammy.
'Cause that's the way I roll.
I like it.
And that's it for another Real Pod newscast. Thanks as always for listening. And just a reminder, if ever curious about who sang one of the songs I use between stories in the cast, well, I post those credits on the show's Facebook page, but, may also start posting them on some of the other socials too. 84th show, still figuring out some things. Have a great rest of the week. Back on Friday.
This has been the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney from Show Enough Productions. And for more, hit up the website, realpodnewscast.com. That's real with 2 E's. This is Big Daddy Marty Allen. Thanks for listening.
That's my old New Zealand passport, and they stuck 6 extra pages.
Can you recite all these? Can you recite your own name?
No.
Show enough.